What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. And that was the Rip Squeak. I finally got it, I finally flew it a little bit. There was no reason for me not to be flying it. But, yeah, little Rip Squeak with the Runcam Hybrid. That was the maiden, basically. So, what do you think of that? 200, well, no, less than that. Less than 200 grams all up. Hold on, let's see. God, 4S 450, got that, whatever that runtime was, I don't know, 3-ish minutes. Come on now. Let me tear that out, and all up weight, 202 grams. It was not carrying the Insta360 Go on the top or on the bottom, but it's got the Runcam Hybrid on board, which looks shockingly good. I'm constantly blown away at how decent the HD looks from the Runcam Hybrid, and the FPV feed is totally fine. It's like a I don't know, it's just like a regular FPV cam. It really works well. Where'd the chat go? So this is my full-time job nowadays. If you'd like me to keep doing this, all you got to do is go to CiottiFPV.com. And there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can support me over there. Hold on, apparently I didn't pop the chat out. So let me do that. Holy cow, that is an incredibly generous super chat already. Aaron Rowland with a $50 super chat. He says, JB gets $50 for better booze. You get $50 for just being you, bro. Keep it up. Thanks, Aaron. Dude, that's super cool. You've got the normal spelling. I've got the crazy spelling. My first name is spelled A-H-R-E-N. Can you believe it? My parents did lots of drugs. I don't know if they actually did or not. It's just my funny, semi-mean joke. Live chat, I think oh, nope, there it goes. In the chat, Richard Dingles, Chris Mel, Rick Cepeda, Splinter FPV, Drone Pilot, Elias the... I'm just going to call him Elias. Richard, Drone Pilot, Finn FPV, Frank Nicholas, 3, Baytan Court, FPV Trucker, Toxic FPV, DQ, Don Lads, Tiago Ramos, Splinter FPV, Bob Noxious, Diddy FPV, Toxic FPV, Don Lads, Elias again, Splinter again, Riot 9, Toxic again, Michael Baturin, Huff 19 is here, Remy Tim is here, Sonic Tonic, that's a fun name, Lauren Rose, Riot 9 again, CJ Chafin, Richard, Kevin McCarty, 6'7" Evan. That's the second time I saw that name, and the first time I laughed just as hard. Double A, License to Drive, Tuner Taxi, Don Lads, Aaron Rowland, Splinter FPV, CMYK FPV, Chomper FPV, lots of FPVs, Lauren Rose, DJ CJX, Empty Head, Scott Gillen. All right, I did way more than just the first page. If you'd like to hear your name screamed by a gangly, weird man, you gotta get here early. You gotta get here early. That's the deal. What are we doing tonight? We're doing some giveaways. We're gonna talk about the NanoCam, me figuring out which NanoCam I'm gonna go with on all the glides. We're gonna look at some micro HD footage like we just did, and we're gonna do Q&A. So yeah, let's talk about the giveaways. 4 giveaways tonight, as I do every other Monday night, so twice a month. 4 giveaways. 3 of the giveaways are run through Patreon because it's really the only way that I can keep track of you guys and be able to get in touch with you. When I just do the giveaways through YouTube, typically I can never get in touch with the person again, and the giveaways sit here. I've got giveaways sitting here from like 8 months ago from just me not being able to get in touch with people. So I'm kind of forced to do the majority of the giveaways through Patreon, but also I try to give the people that literally keep the lights on in here as much love as I possibly can. You can join my Patreon for as little as $3 a month. That is 10 whole cents a day, and I do daily live streams, 2+ hours of live stream every single day for the patrons. There's also a ton of really good stuff over there. I've written articles on filter tuning, PID tuning, troubleshooting motor heat and oscillations. I put, like, when I find good stuff for sale on clearance, I put it up there. Oh, the lava lamp isn't on. Hold on, this is important. I'll get yelled at if I don't do this right away. Rightfully so. Oh, hey, look, and I put batteries back in this, too. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of good stuff over there on Patreon. Also, audio versions, which are now RSS. I don't know what it does, but there, I clicked the button, and now it's magical, and RSS things are happening. I don't even know what RSS stands for, but apparently all the audio versions of these streams that I've been making are now easier to access and back catalog and balls. Other good stuff going over there on the Patreon page as well. Again, you can get to all of that by just going to CiottiFPV.com. There's the Patreon link. Here's a bunch of my other stuff. Over on Etsy, I've got a whole bunch of really cool stickers. I haven't shown the stickers in a minute. Look at these. Look at these wonderful stickers. Come on. You can't tell me that you don't want a sticker of Clam Man telling you not to give up.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだそこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメダメダメやめ諦めたら周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。 ろ必ず目標達成できるだからこそNever give up
That's Clam Man. He's our unofficial official sponsor. Yeah, come on. You need a Clam Man sticker. Some days you think about giving up, and then if you looked at this sticker, you'd be like, nope, not giving up. There's a Nut Grabber sticker. That's a funny inside joke. I think it's funny. Maybe you guys do too. There's a collective sticker, because that's what we call ourselves over on the Patreon page. My logo as a magnet, so you can stick it on the inside of your trunk. Holographic version of my logo, small version of my logo for your goggles. Look at this, cool 90s holographic nonsense. All kinds of good stuff going over on the Etsy page, as well as a bunch of hardware, like a bunch of hard to find kind of random hardware, like M2x5 screws, M2x6 screws, all kinds of nonsense going on over there. You're gonna love my nuts. Get on over and check it out. There's a Teespring store with some really good high quality t-shirts and hoodies and mugs, all kinds of good stuff over there. Here's my FPV Exchange link. This is going to bring you directly to FPV Exchange, which if you're not using FPV Exchange, you're missing out, to be totally honest. Here's my page over there. This has all the different things that I'm selling. Here's some of the random hardware that's over on the Etsy store as well. But then here's like the stuff that I'm just sort of selling through FPV Exchange. It's a really cool site. It's the only site where if you go and so one of the things that you can do with FPV Exchange is search for an item, right? And then it shows you what that item sells for at all different websites. So you can use the site to kind of price shop, which is pretty slick. You can also just see which sites are selling a specific item. But look at this, right? I'm selling 2 of these motors, and the website puts me above, because I'm selling them for less money, the actual stores that are selling them. So if you have a bunch of stuff that you're not using, and you click a button, which is all you have to do on FPV Exchange to list something for sale, you're going to show up above the actual company selling it. And who on earth would buy a new motor for $23.97 when you could get it for $15 from me? Unless you just don't like me. But you probably won't be watching if you do. Well, that's not true. So yeah, lots of cool stuff going on. If you're not on FPV Exchange, get your ass over there. They are a huge supporter. I would probably not be sitting here still doing this without them. So show them some love. Go sign up. Import your purchases from all the main shops that you've been shopping from. And then get rid of some of your old garbage so you can buy some new garbage. A bunch of affiliate links if you find yourself doing an order on FPV Cycle, Amazon, Get FPV, God's website, FPV Crate, Banggood, Camera Butter, or AliExpress. All you got to do is click these affiliate links right before just at any point. You can just go click all these now if you really want to, and then it'll drop my code, and then when you do an order on those sites, I'll get between 1% and 6%. You can still use coupon codes, you can still do all the other things, but all you got to do is click this button, and then I'll get more money to spend on more testing for more cool content for you awesome people. Down the bottom here, there's some BattleBots info, if you remember that. Link to FPV Therapy over on Facebook. FPV Therapy is a group of FPV pilots who, the majority of us have mental illness issues, and we're just in there talking about it, sharing our experiences, and just kind of trying to get through each and every day, which for us is harder than you'd think. 1 in 5 to 1 in 10 people has mental health issues, so if you know more than like 5 or 10 people in your life, you know somebody that's struggling with it, they're not going to talk about it, because every time they talk about it to a normie, the normie doesn't understand it. So if you want to be a better human being here on Earth, which is kind of all that matters, come on over, learn a little something, and then when you start to see the warning signs from one of your friends, like when they maybe cancel on you or any number of other things, you'll be able to say to them like, hey, that sounds like mental illness. What do you got going on? Talk to me. And you will become that person's absolute hero. Probably don't say like, that sounds like mental illness, but just we can teach you ways to just kind of be understanding, and like I said, you'll be their hero. So yeah, come click some buttons on CiottiFPV.com, or I will smash you in the head with a metal folding chair. Your choice. Giveaways are going to happen in When I get caught up on the chat, how about that? When I get caught up on the chat, giveaways are going to happen. I'm going to go turbo speed through the chat. Here's how the 3 Patreon giveaways work. The 4th giveaway is going to be super chat based, so anybody can enter it. If for some reason you can't get onto Patreon, you can just do it via super chat. So that'll be the 4th giveaway. But the 3 giveaways, here's the other reason I use Patreon. Patreon has separate tiers. If you only fly Tiny Whoop or Toothpick, you can join the $5 a month tier, and there's a specific giveaway for that. I do this so that if you win a giveaway, hopefully it's something that you can actually use. Every giveaway I've ever won, it's something that I don't want, and I just ordered it for the hell of... entered it for the hell of entering it. The $10 a month tier is Cinewhoop and 3-inch micro brushless stuff. The $20 a month tier is 5-inch parts. So those are going to be the 3 giveaways. If you go the $30 tier and up, it enters you into all the giveaways. The $5, the $10, and the $20, you get entered into all 3 of those twice a month. And usually the giveaway stuff is, I don't know, between $20 and $60 worth of stuff. Like, for example, for the Tiny Whoop giveaway tonight, huge shout out to GemFan. I am a sponsored pilot of theirs pretty recently now. This is every one of the really good Tiny Whoop and 2-inch propeller that you want. A Cockroach 65 frame, and then the brand new Meteor 75 frame with the bigger propellers and a little double battery setup. The 5-inch tier is a complete extravaganza of 6-inch propellers. It's just an absolute ton of 6-inch propellers. I think this is pretty much all of the 6-inch propellers. So whoever wins the 5-inch tier tonight is going to be kind of contractually obligated to build a 6-inch rig. And when you do it, you're going to have all the props, so you can figure out which ones you like best. And then a mini camera as well. And then the Cinewhoop 3-inch micro brushless tier is a big old bag of GemFan props, some HQ props, Axie UFL antenna, Runcam racer, and a Tramp nano camera. Just to kind of, show you what's typically in the giveaways. Next month, April, is my birthday month. And the giveaways are going to be nuts. There are going to be at least three full builds in the giveaways next month. So now is a pretty good time. Patreon is a monthly thing. So like if you join Patreon right now, for example, you'll be in it for the next month. So yeah, April's going to be a really good month for the giveaways. I've got a bunch of, I've just been stacking up a bunch of builds, and they need homes. Actually, there's going to be at least 5 full builds given away. I think there's going to be 2 full builds in the Tiny Whoop tiers. There's going to be 1 full build in the micro brushless tier, and then there's going to be these full builds in the 5-inch tier. This is an Apex with an Acon AK-32 ESC and an Acon F7 flight controller. This is a prototype. There's actually 2 of these. Another one of these, and this were donated by FPV Exchange. So I swear to God, if you don't go over to FPV Exchange and get set up and check the website out, I'm going to hit you with a hammer. Or if you win one of these things and you haven't been using FPV Exchange, you're going to feel horrible. These are both also on T-Motor F40 Pro 4s. Like I said, guys, extremely generous. FPV Exchange is a huge supporter of what I'm doing here. If you have, and go support them, or else I'll kill you with a shovel. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of full builds being given away in my birthday month of April. I need to fight with these things like brass knuckles. So yeah, show FPV Exchange some love. Show me some love. Show the whole world some love. It's a good place to be. You're gonna feel great about yourself. Is that all the shilling that I can do? Have I shilled all the things? I think so. In the chat, we're gonna get caught up. I'm gonna get caught up, and then we're gonna do some giveaways. and it's probably going to take more than the next 10 minutes for me to get caught up. But let's find out. Drone Pilot said, hey. FPV Trucker says, hey. Don Lads, Tiago Ramos, everybody saying hello. Huff19 saying hello. Bob Noxious saying hello. Scroll. Oh, by the way, in the chat, if you would like to talk directly to me, all you got to do is type my name. You can type @ in front of it, but you don't have to. If you just type CiottiFPV, you got to spell it right. You can't put a space in between Ciotti and FPV. It's going to light up in orange like this. This goes for everyone. If you want to talk to somebody specific in the chat, just type their name, and then for them, it's going to light up in orange. So yeah, the way that it works here is when you type my name into the chat and it lights up orange, I read it. It might take me an hour to read it, but at some point I'll read it. If you absolutely want me to read something, do a super chat. But I can't remember the last time I missed somebody just typing my name into the chat. So away we go. Alpha Slaw saying hello. Aaron Rowland's $50 super chat is just sitting there giving me all the warm and fuzzies. Thanks again, Aaron. Super cool of you. CMYKFPV says, what's good? How you doing? I'm good, CMYK. Huff19 says, CiottiFPV looking for prop replacement suggestions for new Baby Hawk HD. Stock is 3.5 inch, but hard to find. Motors are 1404, 3700, 4SA, 250 gram all up weight. Any ideas? Unfortunately, Huff, my least favorite thing about that rig is how low of a KV they spec those motors out. Emax has a tendency to kind of do this, like they do with pretty much every bind and fly that they sell. They try to kind of like lock you into their stuff in some way or another, and it looks like that's what they did in this case by going with a 3.5 inch prop, which so that you have to buy their propellers, and then by choosing a motor that's so low in KV that if you drop down to a 3-inch prop, you're going to take a big hit on horsepower. So yeah, I mean, unless that can clear a 4-inch propeller, which I doubt. I doubt that they set it up that way. Yeah, I mean, you can run a 3-inch prop, but it's just not going to have the power of a 3.5-inch prop. And 3700 kV is just too low. That's not a 4S kV. That's like a 5S or a 6S kV. So yeah, they kind of locked you into those 3.5-inch props. Unfortunately, I wish I had a better answer. I wish that the AIO in there would take 5S. That would be a really good solution, is if you could run 5S on it, and then a 3-inch prop would be totally fine because you'd get the extra RPM. You'd get 25% more RPM, but they used an AIO, which is the other thing that I hate about that rig, because AIOs are the worst. So yeah, you're just gonna have to wait for those 3.5-inch props. Just shop around for some 3-inch props that are really high pitch. You want to look for something that's like a 40 pitch or more. I don't know of any offhand. Rotorex used to make a 30-40, but Rotorex is long gone by now. And it's T-mount, so there really aren't many options, unfortunately. They got you, you know. They do this with all their rigs. They do something or other that locks you into rebuying their motors or their propellers or their frame or whatever, or their AIO. You know, usually they use a weirdly shaped AIO to lock you in. And on this rig, they locked you in with those 3.5-inch propellers. Realistically, the best bet for that rig is going to be to take those 1404s off and replace them with the motors that were on the rig in the intro video, which are the Brother Hobby 1504.5, which are 3950 kV. 3950 kV on these bigger motors is gonna, just give you a little bit more horsepower. But yeah, other than that, it's a great frame though. With a higher kV set of motors, it's gonna be an even better build. It's the dumbest thing I've ever said, but you know what I'm saying. Scott Gillen says, can I get an invite to Discord? I'm in feeling like patroning some guy. Scott, did you join the Patreon and they didn't? So when you join the Patreon, one of the other perks of Patreon is a Discord link. If you joined my Patreon and it's not an automatic thing though. Patreon sends you an email. So like if you just joined the Patreon, they probably haven't sent you the email yet, but they will send you the email and then it's got the link and then yeah, you'll be up over on Discord. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. Thank you, brother. YouTube just did the thing. Scrolling back up, trying to find my place. Thanks a lot, YouTube. There we go. Jason Crabtree says, did you give up on the TPU shoes for the Ripsqueak? I was considering ditching mine, but it just seems like the motors are super vulnerable. No, Jason. I bugged Bill from BQE a couple times, and then he made them. I talked about it like last week, I guess, on a couple streams in a row. Yeah, they're up on BQE's website. They're also up on Thingiverse. So yeah, they're there. Bill made them for us. Huge shout out to Bill, who's the main man of BQE. He actually made 2 versions of them. He made a CiottiFPV version, and he made the regular version. So yeah, you can either buy them from his site, bqe.io, or you can just go to Thingiverse, and they're up there. You can print them for yourself. Double A saying hello. What's up, brother? DJ says, stream gets more and more every day, man. Damn right. Can you guys believe I stream every single day for only 10 cents? Tiago Ramos with 50 great Brazilian real. He says, battery money for the torches and electricity powder for the lava lamp. Thank you so much, Tiago. It's super cool of you. Tiago also says, great minds think alike. Super chat. Nice. I must have been saying it when you did it. Drone Pilot says, I increased the size of the motors on my ultralight 7-inch from 2204 to 2208. Double the volume. I can now tune it, but the weight now is 585 all up with lithium ion. Flight time went from 30 minutes to 20 minutes, but faster. Very cool. Aaron Rowland says, update at that action camera fund. So Aaron, the way that it works is, so if you guys specifically want to support this, you got to do what Aaron did, and you got to call it out. If you guys just do a regular old super chat, that's going to go into paying the bills. You know, this is my full-time thing. And yeah, I ain't driving a Ferrari. I ain't even driving at all. I don't have a car right now. But yeah, if you want your super chat to go towards this, all you got to do is what Aaron just did and call it out. So let me scroll back up, and it was a 50. So man, that is going to kick this gear fund in the ass. Thank you, Aaron. 110. Look at us go. What's happening with this? Why is my lamp all jacked? There we go. That's a little bit better. Drone Pilot says, did you see all the knickknacks I purchased recently on Banggood, like Spot Welder? That was me. I did not, Drone Pilot. Banggood doesn't show me. I think Amazon is the only one that shows me what people buy, and it doesn't even show me like what people buy. There's just like a big ass list of what everybody has ever bought. So the affiliate links, like I don't really have any. The total number just goes up a little bit every time. I don't have any visibility into what you guys are actually getting. But much appreciated, my man. Very cool of you to remember to use that. I don't even remember to use my own goddamn affiliate links, and it drives me insane. So the fact that you guys remember to use them is like amazing. You're way better than I am. Dingles is here. He says, I bought a nut grabber because you swear by it, and I haven't really found a use for it in building. My favorite use for the nut grabber is M2 nuts. But you, like, having the nut grabber in your house, you will find like situations to use it. Like you will like lose something under the couch, or like there's all kinds of weird little situations in life where like right now your brain doesn't really know that you have the nut grabber. It just knows that you are a nut grabber. But yeah, the fact that you own a grabber of nuts will sink into your brain, and there will be a point in your life within the next 6 months, mark my words, where you grab that nut grabber and you go, damn, I'm sure glad that Ciotti helped me grab my nuts. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV again. License to Drive says, 3D printed TPU props. Did you see the footage? I did not license to Drive. I've been super busy. But yeah, you guys should check out License to Drive. He 3D printed some TPU props, and they actually worked. It's incredible. Remy Tim says, yesterday I wanted to find a product that's discontinued and wanted to know who still had it. Instead of searching a million stores, I found it at FPV Exchange, both new and used. I had the same experience recently as Remy Tim did. I remembered a specific product, but I couldn't remember what store sold it. So same kind of deal. Instead of like going to my list of FPV retailers and going to every goddamn store individually, because Google also wouldn't find it, I went to FPV Exchange, I searched for the item, it instantly showed me where that item was being... You know what it was? It was a QX7 replacement screen. Google couldn't find it, I didn't remember, but I knew that there was a store that sold it, and yeah, FPV Exchange helped me find it. And then when I found it, it showed me the price, and if there was any... in this case, there wasn't anybody selling it, but for Daniel... he was able to buy it used for cheaper off of a person, and now that person has more money that they can waste on something new and then eventually sell or explode on a concrete wall. Yeah, FPVExchange.com, people. Go check it out. Toxic FPV says, you need to get on with PyroDrone. I just placed 2 orders with them in the last week of almost $400 because they had stuff I needed when nobody else had it. Toxic FPV, there's kind of nothing else that I can do. I talked to Serge from PyroDrone in like December, and he said he'd love to have me on as an affiliate, and that all we needed to do was set up a quick phone call so that he could go over all the rules and whatnot. I said, great. He didn't get back to me. Since then, I have sent him a message on Facebook every single week, and I've reached out to a bunch of people that are friends with him to try to get them to bug him. And I haven't heard back. So yeah, I've done kind of everything that I can possibly do. He's a super busy guy. It's nothing malicious, I'm sure. He's just a very, very busy guy. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. He's on the other side of the country, so I can't just like drive up to his front door and be like, hey, can we have that conversation now? I appreciate you thinking of me though, Toxic. That's cool of you. Thanks for bringing it up. Sore subject. Just kidding. Pixel Pusher says, need tips on how to pick video clips when you got too much good footage. What do you do? I just picked the best. I mean, yeah, I don't really know how to answer it. I have a whole bunch of editing streams though. So maybe jump into some of my past editing streams and just kind of watch my workflow. Maybe that'll help. I have absolutely no idea how to answer that. When I'm doing an edit, I watch my footage and there's always like one bit that's a little bit better, and that's the one that I'll use. And then I'll also kind of cut it up, and I'll look for like at the end of a clip, if I'm like rotating right, I'll look for another clip where at the beginning of it I'm rotating right or left or front or back, or like go back and watch some of my editing streams. I go over all of that. It's a lot. That I would, if I tried to really dig into it, it would be like the next half hour of the stream, and all the people waiting for the giveaways would stab me in the eye. But yeah, lots of editing streams for you to dig into, Pixel. Editing is very time consuming, and it's an art. So it's something that yeah, you just got to throw time at. I've been doing video editing for a little over 20 years. It's what I went to university for in 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. I've been uploading my edits to YouTube for 12 years now. They started off as airsoft edits, and then car and motorsports edits, and now FPV edits. So a lot of it is just doing it over and over and over and over again. Yeah, so there's some there's some ideas for you. FPV Trucker says, got the QAVS 4-inch in the air today. Very cool. I'm gonna be doing my build hopefully this week, maybe next week. Mamba 20x20 stack with iFlight 1507 3600 Vista 4S flies great. Awesome, FPV Trucker. Let us see some flight footage, man. We need to check it out. Scott Rick Roscoe Gillen, he says, I'm broke, bro. I only can do the $3 for now. That's totally cool, Scott. I super appreciate it. Don't put yourself out, though. There's lots of ways that you can support me. Hanging out here in the chat helps the algorithm with YouTube. Clicking some buttons down here helps. Guys, definitely never put yourselves out. For me, you guys hanging out in the chat is all I've ever wanted. The chat is who told me to start the Patreon. Chat is actually who's pushed me to do pretty much everything. The Patreon, the Etsy, the Teespring, all that good stuff has come from you guys. From the get-go, like, my idea behind this channel and the live streams was I'm like a little over 4 years into this. I was doing micros from day one. I was unemployed when I got into this hobby, so I had to keep it as cheap as possible. And I was unemployed for like my first year in this hobby. I made a ton of mistakes. I blew up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of electronics. And when Joshua was here hanging out at some point a little over a year ago, and he wanted to do one of his live streams with me, after that live stream I was like, well, that's kind of fun. If I keep doing the live streams, I can just dump all of these mistakes and all this knowledge that I've put together onto the masses, and we can all build micros a little bit better. So yeah, man, you just hanging out is all I need, and all I've really ever kind of wanted. Like, this community that we've sort of built here together is pretty special, and yeah, I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that just comes here and sits and listens to me rambling, as much as, you know, the folks that go way above and beyond and support me with their hard-earned money. It's still surreal that this is my full-time thing. But yeah, I'll never forget the fact that from the get-go, this was just about building the knowledge and building this sort of knowledge base for micros, because they can fly really well, but they just haven't had the R&D cycle that 5-inch rigs have. And I think us together, all of us together, have really put a big-ass dent in that. And we've got micros flying really, really well, as evidenced by the opening of this video, right? Like, that was like full 4K HD from a tiny little super safe 3-inch rig with not a lot of money in it, zero jello, full flight performance. Like, it can carry an Insta360 Go on the front, on the back. Like, what do we need 5-inch rigs for? Momentum, that's what. But yeah, if something like this was available 4 years ago when I was getting into this, I wouldn't have had to post so much awful DVR footage that made so many people's eyes bleed. Scroll. 6'7" Evan says, you rock, brother. Thanks, dude. Nabizner says, thanks for touching on mental health, man. Here with you, brother. Much appreciated, man. Come on over. I'd love to have you on FPV therapy. It's a really cool group with some super courageous people. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about my path through mental illness, Michael Rollins, who is a fellow strugglee, he's in the worst club in the world with me and the rest of us. He did an interview with me a couple weeks ago, so head on over to Michael Rollins' channel, and there's like an hour-and-a-half long interview where we really dive pretty deep into some pretty uncomfortable shit to talk about, but shit that needs to get talked about. One of the biggest problems with mental health is that nobody talks about it. And I try really hard to kind of break that and force myself to talk about it. It's hard as hell, and it gives a lot of ammo to the trolls, which sucks, but it's worth it. So, fuck you, trolls. I'm going to keep talking about it. Aaron Rowland with a $25 super chat. He says, I'm just going to keep super chatting until you update that Insta Go Fund. Don't bankrupt me. Dude, very, very cool. We are now at 135. Super awesome of you, Aaron. And you've got the correct first name, so double thumbs up, my man. Scroll. YouTube did the thing. Scrolling back up. Oh, I'm getting caught up. Drone Pilot says, I found a full DJI Air unit capable dead cat 5-inch frame on AliExpress. The lots of letters in a row, Avenger 225 HD, it just arrived. We'll be building it soon, give you feedback. Still have those props, still have to do those prop tests. Very cool, Drone Pilot. Drone Pilot is our resident bigger than 5-inch builder guy for anybody that's new here. Aaron Rowland says, forgot you are on the chat delay, lol. I eventually got caught up. Down and Dirty Detailing with a $10 super chat. He says, I started the 360 Go 2 fund. Very cool of you, Down and Dirty Detailing. I am coming back in here and moving it on up to 145. We are pretty much halfway. Look at us go. I've got the, for anybody that doesn't know, I've got the Insta360 Go 1. This is what I use on my 65mm Tiny Whoop that I did a couple of the GMG performance promo videos here on my channel, like the actual edits. So if you want to look at what kind of quality you can get, so it wasn't this one, it was the previous one, and the lens was scratched. So if you watch those little minute-long promos, you'll notice in the, well, for you guys it's up here, in the top left corner, it's a little bit fuzzy. That's because I had been flying the Insta360 Go around in kind of a janky mount, and it came out of the mount and skidded across the concrete for 1,000,000 miles. So just ignore that. Ignore the weird fuzziness in the top right. Everything down in this area is nice and clean. This is a pretty shocking little camera, and the fact that you can carry it around on a 65mm Whoop is pretty goddamn dope, because you can fly that around anywhere. Like, you can go to IKEA and fly that around. Shout out to DJ Bot Grinder. I don't think that's what he was flying, but yeah, and you can get really nasty HD footage that you can horizon lock, and it's just gnarly. So thanks again, Down and Dirty Detailing. Very cool of you. DJ CJX says, did the Patreon Discord link put you in the Patreon family in the server? Does the Patreon it does. Yep, that's exactly what it does, DJ. It puts you, and then every day when I do the daily Patreon streams, I post on Discord. So 2 things happen every day for patrons. You get an email directly from me when I'm ready to stream, and then you get a Patreon notification as well. Because what I do over on the Jesus Christ, Discord notification, I go over on Discord and I post at patron royalty stream time. So yeah, that's how you find out about your daily live streams as a patron for as little as $3 a month. Turbo Shill Engage. Long Dollar Bill says, what is a nut grabber? Man, I thought you guys would never ask. This is a nut grabber. Look at this thing. Link, Amazon affiliate link to this down below in the description. And it just, it's actually like a jewelry grabber. Logitech, I swear to God, I'm gonna burn you in a fire if you don't make your cameras work. There you go. There it is. So yeah, you can like stick this. You can like stick this in. You can stick this in places and then make the little prongs go out and grab things. All right, moving on. Moving on before somebody memes that and I get in trouble. Orga says, never mind. Or, yes, Orga says, join the Church of Nut Grabbing. There we go. Carl H says, grab what you can, then take a break. Go to it again. I always grab what I can, Carl H says. CiottiFPV with a $20 super chat. He says, hopefully this is close to the cut you would have gotten from the Pyro drone orders. Much love, brother. Keep doing the damn thing. Very cool, Toxic. Very, very cool of you, man. ToxicFPV is another OG of the channel. Dude, you're the man. Rob Axelson says, what's up? Carl H with a $5 super chat. He says, to the question on too much footage, just go through it once and grab some of the most standout clips, take a break, get back to it, and repeat the process. That's what Carl H was saying. Okay. Let me think about that. Go through it once, grab some of the most standout clips, take a break, get back to it, and repeat the process. Yeah, it's not a terrible idea. So now that I think through it a little bit more, I think my workflow, I actually really like that. Your first time through, you're not gonna be as... So your first time watching your footage, you're gonna be your approach is gonna be much more similar to your whole audience, right? Because they're only gonna watch your edit once. So your first time through is probably the best chance to just be like, yep, that's what I want. Yep, that's what I want. Yep, that's what I want. For me, my workflow is I go through, I chop everything that's decent up. I get rid of all the garbage. So everything that is just trash is immediately gone. And I keep most of it. And the reason that I do that is because I'm really looking for, when I make a cut, I really want to try to work that into the next clip so that it's not just like, so it's not an abrupt sort of, A, so it's not abrupt, B, so that hopefully I don't have to use a transition. I'm sort of this old school editing from 20 years ago where we didn't really have transitions. Like, we had cross dissolve and that was kind of it. So for me, I always try to be able to just do a regular old cut. And if you watch my edits, you'll notice a lot of those. And typically they flow really nice because I chop it up, I save as much as I possibly can, and then I just take the time. And that's really what it is. Like, it just takes time to figure out where you're going to end a clip and to look for some bit of motion, and then to try to find a beginning of another clip that you can mix those motions together. It's like TikTok, right? Like, if you go on TikTok, it's all about using the camera on your phone to create these transitions, and people do incredible stuff over there. Like, they'll point the phone at themselves, and then they'll like whip it to the side, and then throw a cut in, and then they'll, on the next piece, they'll whip it like back the other direction so that it just looks like one continuous thing, but it's just a straight cut. So that's what I try to do with my flight edits, and that's why it takes me so long to do flight edits. But that's also why when I'm done with an edit, I fucking love it. like I'll rewatch my stuff like 6 months later and be like, yes, and just have these like very fond memories of that process. It means that I don't come out with a lot of edits, but I would rather have a smaller like body of work that's better than just like dumping, like just one battery edit after one battery edit after one battery edit. Like, I want to do a little bit more work so that if people are actually willing to spend 4 or 5 minutes watching me fly, it's a really good representation and it's a really exciting kind of thing beginning to end. That's just me, right? Like, that's not the right answer. Like, people that just do one battery edits are great. I'm very jealous that they can fly for an entire battery and not crash 80 times like me. But yeah, for me, that's just not the type of content that I want to put out. I have put a couple of those one battery edits out, but they've mainly been like product reviews. That's I don't know. I just like to have a little bit more value in the actual edits that I put up. Again, that's just me. No right answers, just different answers. But I really like that approach, Carl. I actually might start trying to work with that, because when you initially watch your footage, you're watching it almost like an outsider, and the outsiders are the people that are going to watch the finished version. So your first time through is the best chance to really pick the hottest shit. What do you think about that? I even got some curses in there for you. YouTube just did the thing, scrolling back up. Ooh, I'm not far behind. Mark Torgensen says, evening. Quadenstein, that's a fun name. Can you talk about the robot ESC? I don't know what that means, Quadenstein. The robot ESC? The only thing I can think of is, are you referring to the AM32 ESC that Joshua sent me that I haven't done anything with yet because I'm a slacker? I don't know what the Robot ESC is. Tag me again, let me know what the Robot ESC is. Metal13 says, sub 250 FPV crate arrived today. I was hoping to build the QAVS Mini, but still one part short. Yeah, ain't that the story of FPV right there, Metal Dirtskin? Always one part short. Mark Kunoff says, can you believe the Catalyst Machine Works Shocker is only 50 grams? Wow, really? I would have thought it was heavier than that. My God. Is that that's a 4-inch, right, Mark? Riot 9 with $6 and 6 Australian dollars and 54 Australian cents. He says, exchange rate equals halfway now. Thank you, Riot 9. Very cool of you. I'm assuming that's like 5-ish cheeseburger dollars. Much appreciated, my man. DJ CJX says, I don't get the notifications in Discord. Message me over there and I'll make sure that you're in that Patreon group, and or look in your junk mail, because yeah, it's supposed to just magically work. But if it's not magically working, I will, I think I can manually put you in the group. I'll figure it out. Diddy FPV says, what frame is that on your workbench? This is the FPV set. My God, Logitech, can you do anything right ever? Is there ever a point where a Logitech webcam is gonna function as a goddamn webcam and not as a fucking potato? This is the FPV Cycle Prototype 5. I pulled apart my Moon Goat and dropped the components in here. I thought it would just drop in, but I got a little bit more work to do. Probably gonna try to get this thing finished up tomorrow, maybe? Maybe Wednesday? Maybe we'll do Workbench Wednesday this week and get it finished up. But yeah, this will be finished up pretty soon. It's got a, it's got hair in its mouth. Wait, no, that's me. It's got a, what is happening? It's got an Acon AK32 30x30 ESC. It's got an Acon F7 flight controller, Immersion RC Tramp VTX, Crossfire, Micro Eagle camera up front with the super wide angle RC25G lens, and it's going to get T-Motor F40 Pro 4 murders. And yeah, I'm gonna compare it to the Glide. It's not gonna replace. I can pretty much guarantee you, it's not gonna replace the Glide as my main rig. Mainly because the Prototype 5 is really well built for somebody that's building an HD rig. But I'm still a basic bitch on analog and probably will be for a while longer. None of the HD systems, in my opinion, are like really finished. The lack of like proper OSD, and just like a litany of other issues. I'm waiting a little bit longer. But yeah, at some point when I go over to HD, this will probably be the frame that I go with, because the layout of the frame is just really well set up for HD. But it's not really all that well set up for analog, and the Glide is. So I will be sticking with the Glide, but FPV Exchange sent this frame over to me for a build and testing and whatnot, and I'm really looking forward to testing it. Because it's the Bob did some really interesting stuff on this frame, and yeah, it'll be super fun, and you guys will get to follow along. Diddy FPV, oh, we got that. Boop. YouTube did the thing, scrolling back up. Ooh, I'm almost caught up. It's almost giveaway time. Robert Davis says, your stuff is legit though. My videos are in the soup sandwich category. Robert, if you want your videos to go beyond the soup sandwich category, one of the things that I'm actually going to be doing a lot of moving forward is flight instruction. Over on CiottiFPV.com, I forgot to mention this earlier, there's a link to Fiverr. Over on Fiverr, I have a whole bunch of gigs where I can work for you. Previous to FPV, I was into motorsports for between 10 and 15 years. And for about 8 or 9 of those years, I was a driving instructor at autocrosses and track days. And I really fell in love with... So, I mean, initially, obviously, you're not an instructor. I got pretty good pretty fast at autocross, started winning driver of the years, started winning class wins. And I became... First, I was chair of the whole South Jersey region. And then after I burned out on that, I became instructor chief and trained up 11 other instructors. And I really fell in love with, like, just helping people go faster and have more fun at a really technical, really challenging task. And when I got into FPV, I didn't, like, it wasn't the plan, but, like, as I started to fly more and more and more and more and get half decent, I started to kind of, like, look at other people's flying and, like, give suggestions here and there, and I realized, like, hey, this could be a really cool thing for me to do professionally. So I started doing it on Fiverr. I've actually got a website coming that Andre from Rotor is working on, which is fpvinstructor.com, and that's really going to be, like, the big thing that I try to do. These live streams are going to stay, but they probably won't always be every single day. Because I'm really hoping to get fpvinstructor.com off the ground and start working with 2 or 3 or 4 people a day through Velocidrone, through Liftoff, through whatever simulator you've got to help you fly better. So if you want to move up from soup and sandwich category to filet mignon category, I can help you out. I've been flying for a little over 4 years. I know how to explain things in a couple of different ways, which is really important as an instructor, because there's typically going to be a way that I can explain something that will latch onto your brain and you won't forget it. I just worked with T-Bird from the chat this last weekend, and yeah, it's the more I do it, the better I get at it. I hooked him up with a bunch of different drills that he's been working. We talked about, like, who his favorite pilots were, and I helped him really just figure out exactly how the hell to fly like those people. And he had a blast, and, like, by the end of the hour-long session, he was visibly flying better, which is just kind of nuts, like, because I throw a lot at you because I'm trying to, like, set you up for the next, like, month or two of your practice and your flying. But yeah, that's something I'm super excited about. I absolutely love the process of working with someone on something that's very challenging and very technical to help them get better and have more fun. Because those two things go hand in hand, right? Like, when you're really good at something, it's really fun. And having somebody that's poured thousands and thousands and thousands of hours into it, be able to break it down for you when you haven't put that many hours into it, it really, like, if your progression was going like this, it's gonna, like, and you're gonna, like, take a big jump in your progression. And a lot of people think that that's worth $40 or $80. So yeah, love to work with you, man. The other things that I do over on Fiverr are help you guys plan out your builds, because with micros, if you pick, like, one wrong component, it's gonna fly like ass. I'm helping people tune, because I've done a ton of that, because I come from micros and they fly like ass, and I've had to spend a lot of time figuring out how to tune. And then I'm even doing video edits over there. If you have footage that you yourself can't or don't want to edit, I can help you out with that as well. Mark Kunoff says, nope, 5-inch shocker, 50 grams. My God. How's that so cheap? So lightweight? Wow. Riot9 says, specifically for the Insta360 Go 2 fund, $6.54 Australian. Thank you, brother. We are going to go over here like a caveman, and pretty soon I will have Streamlabs set up on the laptop here, and I will not have to manually update that. It's coming. I'm going to come into the 20th century. Just need a little bit more time. Thanks again, Riot9. Very cool of you. Double A says, hey, Aaron, have you seen Gank's newest to come Hex Quad? It's called the Skilla. I think it's so cool, I could not keep it to myself anymore. I have not, Double A. Hex Quads are funny. I want to hear a Hex Quad. I have no interest in them for myself, but I would love to hear what a 6-motored quad sounds like. That seems pretty interesting. Robert Davis says, your last flight video is a lot better than what I've been seeing from others. You should have way more views. We need to get that out there, bro. Thanks, Robert. That's very cool of you to say, man. I've been doing it for a long time. The dirty little secret is just pouring time in. I don't spend a lot of time doing flight edits because unfortunately flight edits don't make you any money. And now that this is my career, I have to really focus on things that make me money, just to kind of keep the lights on around here. But I do enjoy doing flight edits, and I do have another one that's about 90% done that I've been working on the laptop. So there will be another flight edit coming, and CiottiFPV in the chat has actually offered to do some editing for me. So there's going to be a couple of fin edits coming to the channel. I'm hoping to get his name out there a little bit so that if you guys need some editing done, you can hopefully hire Finn because he's doing some really good work. So go check him out. Finn, FINN-FPV. Super cool cat. Mark A says, what do you need in OSD? I'm from digital only last few years, so I get battery volt, MAHUs. What more do you need? So in my OSD, I've got individual cell voltage because I fly 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, and 6S. So I absolutely have to have individual or average cell voltage rather. I have a total milliamp used, link quality, RSSI, warnings, current, like the current, the amps right now, current, whatever, timer, pilot name, and pitch angle. I like to keep an eye on like how much nose down pitch I have dialed in. I find it to be a really useful thing to kind of know, especially when like I'm testing and tuning and stuff like that. It's nice to be able to like for example, if I'm testing two propellers against each other, I can go up, I can put the nose down at exactly 30 degrees, and I can just like do a little cruise and then switch the props and do it again, and then I can watch the flight footage and I can count frames to see exactly how fast each one of those propellers covered a certain amount of ground at 30 degrees nose down. There's a whole bunch of other reasons why knowing the amount of pitch that you have dialed in is really nice to know. But yeah, those are all the things that I have in my OSD. Dustin Gable says, sorry running late, was working on my permit at my sponsor's house 2 hours away. 52 thumbs up and 90 watching. Smash that button. Thanks, Dustin. Very cool of you. Mark Kunoff says, I'm going to build a shocker and get back to you. If it's legit, expect a package. Very cool, Mark. I'm not, fair warning, I'm not into the Catalyst frames. They've got like way too many parts and pieces going on. But for the anything you guys send, it's yeah, typically going to find its way into a giveaway. Because, yeah, share the love, man. Very cool of you, Mark. Remy Tim says, I would like to hear what a 6-motor quad sounds like because it's only... Oh, yeah, right. What is his 6-motor rig called? An oct? Octagon is 6, right? Is it called an oct? If we're calling quadcopters quads, then is it an oct? Or an octo? Oh god, this is getting weird. Mark A says, okay, so I get all but pitch, name, and individual cell voltage. Hey, we're caught up. Hex. Oh, hex. Right. Call it a hex. Good call. Giveaway time, my friends. So, here's another cool little perk of Patreon. So in order to do the giveaways, I need to grab this bundle of tabs, and I need to refresh all of these. So while I pull all of your awesome names out of Patreon here, because I do it live so that if anybody just joined the Patreon, they get in on tonight's giveaway. While I'm doing this, I go on over to the Discord. Is that what it's called? Discord? Yeah. I go. Oh, come on now. OBS, really? Keystrokes aren't working already. I come on over to the Discord channel here, and I've got a Patreon-only text channel called The Video Collective, where you guys can post your videos. And so it's going to take me... God damn it, OBS. Hold on, guys. I got to quit out of OBS. I can't not have keystrokes. I'll be right back. The stream will do a little thingy. Be right back. Yeah, yeah. All right, somebody type live into the chat to let me know that that I'm back. Yeah, so what I do is I grab a couple of the most recent... Awesome, thanks, guys. Grab a couple of the most recent videos and play them because it just takes me a couple minutes. So, here we go. I'm going to grab Carl H. Copy link. And we're going to open that up. And I do have to mute these, but I am going to pull up Epidemic Sound and give you guys some copyright-free music. We're going to grab CMYK's video here, and we're going to watch that one as well. I usually just do 3. Oops, nope. All right, there's CMYK's balls, and... and CiottiFPV as well. So these are the 3 videos that we're gonna check out. 8-year-olds, dude. Every single one of us. There's Double A typing live like 5 minutes later. Are you guys on that much of a delay? Holy crap. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be back. Here comes... Oh, wait, no. I got to... hold on. Let me pull up Epidemic Sound just so that you guys don't have silence. And hopefully this isn't terrible because I'm just going to play... Oh, wait, no. Here we go. This is Beats Indie Pop. Okay, this isn't going to be terrible. All right. So enjoy a couple awesome patrons flying. I'm going to do the thing on Patreon. Set the wheels up. And then we're going to do some giveaways. CiottiFPV is in the house. What's up, Dan? We're back. timing. What do you think of that? Get out of here, Epidemic Sounds. And here comes the last link to CiottiFPV. 1, 2, 3. There you guys go. Go check out those guys' channels, or I will attack you physically. And I am good to go. Let me pull the wheels on over here and switch the camera. All right, so here's your proof of entry. I'm gonna do all 3 wheels really quick. You guys can rewind. So I'm just gonna blast through this, and you can rewind if you'd like. All I do is hit export on Patreon. So there's really nothing I can do if you're not on here. You got to take it up with Patreon. So there's the Tiny Whoop tier. Here is the 3-inch micro brushless tier, and I have added FPV to all 3 of these because he is doing hours and hours and hours of video editing for free for me. So yeah, whenever people work for me, the least that I can do is put them on these. And then here's the 5-inch tier as well. So again, if you don't see yourself on there, you got to take it up with Patreon. I have no control over that. Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier. As I'd shown you guys earlier, it's a Cockroach 65 frame. This is the best of the Tiny Whoop frames in my opinion. It's a Meteor 75 V2 frame in black, courtesy of T-Bird. T-Bird donated this to the cause. A set of the 4-blade 75 props for it, and one of the little 2S into 1 adapters, and a full GemFan prop pack with all of the really good Tiny Whoop propellers as chosen by me, and donated as a part of the sponsorship box that GemFan sent me. Huge shout out to them. They make the best props. That's just a fact. That's my opinion, but it's a fact. Here's the wheel. You know if you're on it. The goat is ready. We're going to spin it. Who's going to win? I think it's going to be FPV. Ready? Here it comes. Oh, it's looking like Frank Nicholas. Rick Zapata might get it, though. Oh, it's Frank Nicholas. Frank, I'm going to write your name down on this cockroach frame here. And then I'm going to ship this on out to you. Congratulations, Frank. Nicholas. All right, good deal. Next up, we've got the 3-inch micro brushless and CiottiFPV tier. Up for grabs is all of the good 2-inch, 2.5-inch, and 3-inch CiottiFPV and freestyle propellers from GemFan. Again, another shout out to GemFan. A RunCam Racer micro camera, Lumineer Axie SMA UFL antenna. Jesus. Immersion RC Tiny Tramp. This is or Tramp Nano rather. This is the one of the very first run of the Tramp Nanos. The smart audio doesn't work, but you can just hit the button and just, you don't change your channel often anyway, do you? I know you don't. I don't. And also a set of the HQ 5-blade T-mount CiottiFPV propellers. So lots of really good CiottiFPV stuff here. Let's see who's gonna win it. And where are we at? There it is. Okay. Clicking buttons, goat at the ready. Looking like Sean Hales. Nope, I was way off. Kyle Newcomb. Nope! Nathaniel LaBouffe coming in and stealing it at the last second. Congratulations, Nathaniel. I'm going to write your name down here and send you a message on Patreon because I haven't seen you in the chat tonight. THANIELLEBO. Oh my god. OUF. Is that legible? Am I going to be able to read that? Probably not. Let me make that look more like an O. That's how you spell it, right? EF. EF. There we go. That I can read. Congratulations, Nathaniel. I don't think you're in the chat at the moment, but maybe you'll watch this on replay. and get back to me on Patreon. Shoot me your address, and I'll send you some stuff. Last, but obviously not least, oh my god, why me? Oh, I'm so old. Is an adventure, oh god, into 6-inch land. First and foremost, a fox ear, what is this, a predator? Oh god, everything's falling. No, it's a Falcor. A mini, fox ear mini Falcor camera. And then we've got Master Air Screw 6x4.5s. We've got the Emax Avan 6-inch biblades. We've got the T-Motor 6143s. We've got the Azure Power 6145s. We've got the Dow floppy folding 6-inch props. We've got 2 sets of the Gemfan 6-inch floppy props. We've got the Lumineer Gatebreaker 6-inch tri-blades, the Ethics K2s, and 2 sets of the Gemfan 6042s. What do you think about that? You're going to be swimming in prop testing. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see who's got some work to do to figure out which 6-inch props that they like the best. Here is the wheel with these lovely people. Goat at the ready. It's going to be Chopper. I can feel it. No, Tiago steals it at the last second. So Tiago is not going to be a 6-inch guy. Tiago's been building smaller stuff. Tiago's in the chat right now. Are you willing to go on a 6-inch adventure, Tiago? Or should we work something out? You let me know. Let me give Tiago a second to get back to me, because I know that I saw him in the chat a little bit earlier. Oh my god, what is happening with the... So the YouTube chat just went nuts. Send me... Tiago says, send me damaged ESCs and flight controllers. I mean, that I can certainly do. Tiago, do you want me to re-roll? I'm going to re-roll... I'm going to re-roll it, and Tiago, we're just going to work something out. I'm going to send you some good stuff. Not just broken stuff, too. I'm going to give you some other good stuff. This is a re-roll because Tiago is awesome. Ready? We're going to close it. We're going to do this, and here we go. Wait, no. Full screen. That's more dramatic that way. Somebody other than Tiago is going on a 6-inch adventure, and that person is going to be Rory Carteret. Congratulations, Rory. You've got a bunch of prop testing to do. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons all of a sudden. Awesome, Rory. Let me write your name down somewhere. Where can I write it down? Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah. I'm going to write it down over here. R-O-R-Y C-A-D. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to read this. I'm going to have to rewatch this stream. R-E-T-T-E. All right, so for our 4th giveaway, this is going to be PayPal and Super Chat based. Let me go over how that works. But first, I'm going to show you what the giveaway is. First and foremost, it is a set of CiottiFPV grip tape, skateboard grip tape, transmitter, super custom, beautifully laser cut grip tape grips for your transmitter. Basically, you're going to message Tweet, you're going to say, hey, I won Ciotti's giveaway Monday night, and he's going to say, cool, what transmitter you got? What color do you like? There is... Tweet went on a complete insane adventure. I just smashed my elbow. Oh my fucking god, I have very bony elbows. Oh. Tweet went on a Chinese adventure to be able to source this beautiful purple and red glittery CiottiFPV inspired grip tape. And if I find out that you get any other color than this, I'm not going to be mad. I'm just going to be disappointed. Get whatever color you want. But just, if you don't get the purple, don't tell me. Because, much like your parents, I'll just be disappointed. Also, you're going to get a digital copy of FPV Flight Dynamics by Christian Malika. The new FPV Bible. Guys, we finally made it. Our hobby is legit. There's a book. Your hobby, if you didn't know until just now, hobbies aren't legit until there's a book. Like, it's just kind of the way it is, man. Like, that's just the way it works in the world. There's got to be print. Like, print makes a thing real, even in 2021. And now we're real. Can you believe it? So yeah, you're going to get a digital copy of FPV Flight Dynamics. You're going to get a set of tweets, amazing grips. And then you're also going to get, I have a couple of different shirts. I have large, extra large, and 2X. So depending on your size, read Frank's chat. Frank says, reroll for the micro tier. I think I donated the frames and some other parts. You don't want me to send you your stuff back, Frank? Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Frank. That is super generous. We are going to go back to the first wheel where Frank won. We are going to go full screen, and we are going to go like this. And somebody else is going to win some awesome Tiny Whoop stuff. And that person is Chase Media FPV. Congratulations, Chase Media. I'm going to cross out Frank's name. Very cool of you, Frank. Very, very cool of you. I'm going to cross out Frank, and I'm going to write down... Really? Sharpie? Chase Media. Oh my god. I'm not going to be able to read that. _ FPV. Awesome. All right, cool. We got that. We got this. We got... So, it's going to be a shirt. It's a little 2S to 1S Tiny Whoop thingy. It's a Lumineer Axie UFL antenna. It's a Vi-Fly short saver. I think this is version 1. Yes, Vi-Fly short saver version 1. And it's a Menace Invader patch antenna. If you guys don't know the company Menace, they're over in Europe, and they make amazing antennas. I really love TrueRC, but Menace also makes really good stuff. I have a mix of TrueRC and Menace stuff. So yeah, that's going to be our Super Chat / PayPal based giveaway. So here's what you can do. If you do, when you guys do Super Chats, in case you didn't know, YouTube takes 30%. I'm fine with that. YouTube gives me this platform where I can stream on for free. So that's how they get theirs, and I'm fine with that. But if you want me to get more than 70%, if you go to CiottiFPV.com and you scroll down to the very bottom, there is a PayPal button. If you hit this PayPal button, it'll pull up, maybe I don't want to pull that up live on stream. It'll pull up a PayPal thing, and then you can send me the money directly through PayPal. They don't take anything. Here's how it's going to work. You can do a Super Chat or a PayPal of $5 to get in on this giveaway once, or you can do $10 to get in on the wheel twice, starting now. So $5 on the wheel once, $10 on the wheel twice. Shirt, 2S adapter, awesome patch antenna, UFL, Axie, Vi-Fly short saver, digital copy of FPV Flight Dynamics, set of Tweet FPV, awesome, amazing, super laser cut skateboard grips in the color of your choice, as long as it's Ciotti FPV super hyper custom purple. Don't let me find out. And if you have an Insta360 Go, I'm going to throw in one of these little guys too, a little TPU printed Insta360 Go holder. And yeah, a shirt in either large, extra large, or 2X. So, there you guys go. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to get caught up on the chat while you guys are doing things. Wow, the chat is very orange. Okay, it's gonna take me a minute to get caught up on chat, which is good because that'll give you guys some time to do the thing in the place. Oh, cool. I'm not that far behind. There's where Tweet jumped in, and CiottiFPV says you have to get a Go too, dude. I'm so excited to go, and I want one so bad, but man, they're expensive. I'm still blown away by the original one, man. This is like at 18 grams. It's just crazy. It's crazy good. FPV Trucker has now gone to bed. I hope he has dreams of flying FPV. CMYK says, damn, that's a super solid giveaway. Yeah, man. They all are. Dude, wait till you see the April giveaways. The April giveaways for my birthday are going to be gnarly. 5 full builds are being given away in April in these bi-weekly Patreon giveaways. 5. And 2 of those builds are like $300 builds. Apex frame, full set of F40 Pro 4s, AK-32 Acon ESC, Acon F7 flight controller. April's gonna be nuts. If we don't get up over, and if we get over 200 patrons, we're at like 182 patrons right now. As soon as we cross the 200 patron threshold, whatever shirt that I'm wearing and a full build, it's going to be a QAV S Sensei full build, is going to get given away too. So we're going to potentially do 6 full builds in giveaways in April. And then I'm going to have to live in a cardboard box. That's not true at all. Frank Nicholas says reroll. Awesome. Scroll. And there's Frank posting over and over again to try to get my attention. Tiago says semi-damaged ESCs and flight controls. I literally have a bag sitting. Tiago, do me a huge favor though. Remind me. Wait. Here it is. I didn't write your name on it though because I knew that. Yeah. This has a bunch of Tiny Whoop AIOs in it actually. Do me a favor though, Tiago. Shoot me a message. And because I have so much blown up stuff, shoot me a message and tell me like what specifically you'd like to have the most, so that I can send you specific blown up stuff that'll benefit you the most. Revenant says give him the micro tier. Frank says to reroll it. Thanks, Revenant. Boop. Remy Tim says pay attention to Frank. You guys are all tagging me to try to get my attention. There's Remy Tim just tagging me over and over again. I got there, man. It takes me a minute, but I got there. Tweet says it was such a pain in the ass to get that tape back. Yeah, CiottiFPV really went above and beyond to get that purple grip tape. So if you guys don't take advantage of it, I'm gonna stab you. Chris Croft says, where do we get digital copy of Flight Dynamics book? It's on the Apple Store, the Apple bookstore. It's gonna be, Christian is working on getting it into the other one, the other digital reader. I don't know what it is. I'm not into the digital book stuff. But yeah, as of right now, it's on the Apple. It's on the Apple bookstore. What the hell that is? Drone Pilot with a 15 Australian dollar super chat. He says, "I don't know how this works exactly." Thank you very much, Drone Pilot. Super kind of you. Even though you didn't know how it works, you got it right. So my undying appreciation. He says, I'm on the phone, but I did my best to super chat. You did it, man. You figured it out. Fairly Functional says, how's it going? Any meditation today? Not yet, Fairly. I had a nuts day. But after this, if I don't do it first thing in the morning, I'll do it right before I go to sleep. It helps me calm down. Rob says, damn, I was so close. Scroll. All right, and now here is where the super chats for this 4th giveaway begin, with Dustin Gable sending a $5 super chat. So let me get over here on the wheel, and FinFPV goes on the wheel because he's doing a whole bunch of editing for me for nothing. And now I'm going to start to put all of the YouTube super chats on first, and then I'm going to fire up my email and grab everybody that's on there. Anthony Townsend, you are going on here. TweetFPV says the CiottiFPV colored grips are headed to Pyrodrone. Very cool. Hey, Dan, have you been able to get in touch with Serge? I've been trying to get in touch with Serge since December. He wanted to get me on his affiliate program, and yeah, like, I'm ready to go, but I can't get in touch with him. Random FPV says Ciotti also goes back rubs, just back rubs, for over $30. True story. Frank Nicholas says sent $10 via PayPal if I win reroll for digital copy of the book and grips. Have the book. Don't like sticky stuff. I'm gonna add Frank when I jump into my email so I don't get confused. But do me a favor, guys. If you do what Frank did, if you send me the PayPal, also tag me in the chat just to say that you sent it to PayPal. Toxic FPV says I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna put you on there. Carl H is going on 2 times with a $10 super chat. Very kind of you, Carl. Focus Point is going on the wheel. He says to sign him up. I see you, Kaiser Soze, with your $5 PayPal. Much appreciated. CMYK says PayPal. Rob Axelson with a $4.99er. He says, I owe you a penny. I won't go to $5. Sign me up. Deal, Rob. You can just owe me. Bob Noxus FPV going on the wheel 2 times. He says, lost my last Omni UFL today. Oh, there it is. Bob Noxus officially wins because he needs the UFL. Tiago says, I'll bug you on Messenger. License to drive with 4 squiggly pounds. All right, cool. So now I'm going to fire up the old email here and grab all the PayPals out. Oh, wait. Norval Rogers joined the Patreon page. Thank you, Norval. Welcome to the collective. Just happened to see that email. All right, Jesse Riley, you are going on the wheel here. Send in a $5 PayPal. Next, we've got Daniel Maurer. That is Remy Tim. He sent over a $5. He goes on the wheel. Next, we've got Elias, the mighty messenger of the Lord Yeshua, became a $10 patron. Welcome to the collective, Elias. Glad to have you. Shai Kameen sent $5 over on PayPal. He goes on the wheel. Thank you, Shai. Wait, come on. There we go. And, all right. We've got a little bit of Steven Steinbaker. CMYK FPV goes on the wheel. Is it Stefan or Steven? It's Steven, right? CMYK? I've always assumed that it's Steven. Frank Nicholas sending $10 via PayPal. He goes on the wheel not once, but twice. And looks like Down and Dirty Detailing became a $3 patron. Welcome to the collective, Down and Dirty. Very cool of you. Anthony Townsend became a $7 patron. Anthony, you are now the strangest amount of money on Patreon. Congratulations. That is it's 7A. So it's probably 5 or 10. All right, so it's not the strangest amount. But welcome to the collective, Anthony. Very cool of you to jump onto the Patreon page. Scott Gillen also coming on board with a $3 patron. Much appreciated, my man. Jason Crabtree editing his $5 to $30. Damn, Jason. Damn. Very cool. Dude, Patreon's blowing up tonight. Chase Media FPV jumping on board Patreon for $5. Welcome to the collective. And I think we are caught up. Speak now or you won't be added to the wheel. Ooh, double A. Double A with a $5 super chat. If you don't see yourself on the wheel, hurry up and tag me. And I'll make sure that I get you on there. Aaron Rowland says, am I getting on the wheel? Did I miss you, Aaron? All right, let me go back up. Let me go back up. Do me a favor. If you're not on this wheel, and you should be, Tag me right now. Say, CiottiFPV, put me on the wheel. I sent you money on blah, blah, blah. Let's get caught up here. CMYK says PayPal. I got him. DJ CJX says PayPal. I think I got you on there, DJ. There's Bob Noxious. I got him on there. And Riot9. I think I got you on here, Riot. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, okay, I see. Remy Tim says 1 entry via PayPal for Elias, and you have to enter the whole name on the wheel. All right, so I'm going to replace Remy Tim with Elias, the mighty messenger of the Lord Yeshua. Where are you at, Daniel? Where are you at on the list here? There you are. All right. Very cool of Daniel to get Elias on the wheel. What's the wheel gonna do about that? Oh, it's just adding a ... All right, cool. TweetFPV says yes, but it's like weeks between emails from Surge. Yeah, dude is nuts. Revenant says the $15 guy doesn't go on there. So it depends. The way it basically works is before the giveaway starts, the super chats are just like, for funsies. I thought that this came through before I announced the giveaway, but Drone Pilot, you tell me, was this $14.99 Australian for the giveaway, or was it just for me to get health insurance, basically? Which is what all the extra money that I get is going towards. I got laid off at the beginning from my 20-year career job of project management, and I lost my insurance, and I haven't really been able to afford to get it since. So any extra money that comes through is basically just stacking up to get some health insurance, so I don't die from COVID. All right, and then there's Aaron Rowland says, "Am I getting on the wheel?" So yeah, Aaron, let me know. I might have missed your PayPal over on my email. Let me know. Dauntless says, I saw 2 new tramps for $40, $45 on RC groups. Do me a favor, Dauntless, can you shoot me a link to those? Because I actually need an extra tramp. License to Drive says, doesn't Drone Pilot get put on? Drone Pilot, let me know. If you want on the wheel, I'll put you on twice. EEDoc says, how many patrons are there now? That is a good question. We are at 185. Look at us go. Holy crap. You guys are awesome. So yeah, 15 more new patrons, and there'll be another giveaway. And it'll probably be in April. I can't imagine that we would do that immediately tonight. DJ CJX says, did my PayPal not go through? It must not have dinged an email. Are you going on there once or twice, DJ? I'll just add you on. I have trouble keeping your guys' PayPal names and your YouTube names straight. Drone Pilot says me. All right, cool. So Drone Pilot's going on the wheel twice. And all right, awesome. Thanks, Dauntless. I see you up there. Aaron Rowland says a few times. All right, cool. Aaron, are you going on the wheel once or twice? Did you send 5 or 10? And if AA wins, it goes to Elias. Okay, Aaron. Yeah, I'm gonna add you on the wheel twice, Aaron. And all right. Shit, come on, YouTube. You guys got to see the YouTube do the thing. Riot9, you got me, real name. Okay, awesome. Revenant, guy named Jordan Pilot to be on there. 15. Okay, good. Jordan Pilot says giveaway. Focus Point FPV says his is in time. I saw his show up. Okay, cool. Jordan Pilot says as soon as you announced that I purchased. Awesome, Jordan Pilot, gotcha. Aaron says early in the super chats didn't follow the offer your It's all good, Aaron. Dauntless DM'd, good. DJ CGX says 20, awesome. You only want to go on there once, DJ? Fuck you, you're going on there twice. Don't tell me what to do. All right, we got everybody. You guys have had plenty of time to get this fixed. Here we go. Ready? 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 Go. Oh, wait, no. Full screen. More drama. And... it's going to be... oh, it's not going to be DJ. It's going to be focus point. I can feel it. It's all focus point all the time. Oh, I broke the goat. Focus point FPV, congratulations. You've now got some work to do, my friend. You need to send a bunch of messages to me and to TweetFPV. You're going to send TweetFPV an email at tweetfpv@gmail.com. You're going to let Dan know what transmitter you have and that you definitely want the CiottiFPV purple color and not the other colors that he has that you might like better. Or hide it from me and make sure I don't find out. And you need to give him your address and your email address if you want tracking. I don't know how many fingers that is. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to do the same thing with me, but don't email me. Go to CiottiFPV.com. There's links to my Instagram, my Facebook, all that shit. I'm CiottiFPV everywhere. Shoot me a message somewhere, and I need you to tell me, hey, it's me, Focus Point. I am a size... actually, do me a favor, Focus Point. Tell me what size shirt you are right now, because I want to pull that shirt out. So let me know, tag me in the chat right now. Let me know what size shirt you are, large, extra large, 2X. And then, yeah, you got to shoot me a message somewhere. You got to say, hey, it's Focus Point FPV, because I only know you right now as Focus Point FPV. And if you message me on Facebook, you're going to be like John Smith, right? And I won't know it's you. So I need to be able to search my messages for Focus Point FPV. So make sure you type that in there. I need your address. I need your email address for tracking. Shirt size large. Awesome. Cool. Here is your shirt, brother. I'm just gonna throw it into the camera, and then it'll go in through the internet to you. Ready? That's how it works, right? All right. So I'm gonna write down on here, Focus Point FPV. Don't be like these other 15 people that forget to do this and never get their stuff sent to them, because it drives me crazy. Focus Point FPV. So yeah, shoot Dan and I messages, give us your address, and we'll send you some awesome stuff. And then I'm also going to shoot you a email with the code and the instructions that you need to get the digital copy of FPV Flight Dynamics. If you guys don't know FPV Flight Dynamics, look it up on Amazon. Christian Malika just killed it and wrote an amazing book. It's just like an encyclopedia of FPV. It's awesome. Go get it. You deserve it. Treat yourself. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna put these over there. I'm now organized, and we can do some other stuff on the chat. Congratulations to everybody that won. To everybody that didn't win, I know that you're going to win in 2 weeks from now. I know it. And you're going to win a whole build, possibly. And it's going to be right on top of my birthday, 7/14. Yeah, it'll be right before my birthday. All right, sick. So the big thing that we're going to do is review some. We're going to review some footage here tonight. So at the opening of the stream, I played the maiden of this little guy. Let me just play that again, in case you guys came in late, and just because we're talking about it. So this is it's Somatic's birthday today. Happy birthday, Somatic! Very cool. So this is Ripsqueak number 2 that we just finished up building last week. It is on Brother Hobby 1504.5 3950 kVs, kV motors. Gemfan Wind Dancer 3028s. These are the best T-mount 3-inch propellers that we have available. Runcam hybrid on board at 4K. God knows what this ESC is. Oh no, this is a Speedix GS25 ESC. It's a discontinued ESC. Talon F4, old school, cheap $20 flight controller. RXSR and a janky VTX 03S VTX that was like turning off and on with a Singularity, True RC Singularity antenna. On a 4S 650 mAh battery, so it was in kind of like fat boy garb, and the battery was all saggy, and I put it on the charger afterwards, and one of the cells is at like a 30 internal resistance, so the battery was kind of shot, but still flew pretty damn good. Check this out. I might as well just talk over it. So this is the front of kind of where I live. Again, it's a tiny little rig, so I don't feel bad about like chasing cars around. Is this gonna... Yeah, and pretty much all my neighbors know me as the... What the fuck? Come on, man. Can you just play, please? There we go. So yeah, Maiden... Look at that. Look at that toss, man. Are you kidding me? So the... why is this... What is this having such a hard time for? What... Hold on. Is it because this is opened? Hold on, let me... Oh my god. Come on, computer. Be better than this. Please be better than this. Maybe if I do that, maybe it'll cooperate a little bit more. Let's see. I'm not going to give you guys any audio. I mean, it does record audio, but listen to this nonsense. The audio is worthless. So yeah, really good toss, really good power. This battery is a little heavy. I really like this setup on 4S 450s. But yeah, it'll actually carry around a 4S 850 if you want a bunch more runtime. Little bit of prop wash. I need a little bit more D-max, and I also need to bring the D-min up a little bit. And that should take care of that little bit of prop wash there. Other than that, nice and smooth, no jello, as you can see, which is a hell of an accomplishment with a micro. And yeah, this is just my little spot in front of the apartment. That is not full throttle. That is like just a little bit of throttle to just kind of like play up over the trees. That's me kind of testing and looking for jello at different throttle openings. There might be a little full throttle blast at some point here. I mean, we already had that one earlier on. So yeah, 200 gram all up weight, 3-inch micro can give you this kind of quality. Is that not nutty? You just got to pick all the right parts. Like if you don't pick the right, like there are 2 sets of motors that I know of that can give you jello free footage like this. I got really lucky I didn't hit that branch, for the record. I knew it was close, but I didn't realize it was that close. So yeah, I'm looking forward to fly. There you go. There's a nice little toss. Look at that. And that's just a little quick blip. Ready? Like just blip, and then off of it. Really, really, really good throw. When I talk to you guys about how I spec out my micro builds to try to give the same kind of float and the same flight characteristics as my 5-inch rigs, this is what I mean. Like just the way that it moves around. It's of course going to move in a smaller scale, right? Like it's never going to cover ground like a 5-inch rig, but the whole idea is in a smaller space, I want to be able to move around like a 5-inch rig. I want it to have the same amount of float. I want it to have like similar flight characteristics, just in a smaller space, so that I don't have to relearn, right? So I don't have to like muscle memory every single time. Carbon Cage with a 449 Australian super chat with an awesome little devil horn emoji thing. Thank you, Carbon. Very cool. Carbon Cage, big and little, are standing upside down for me right now. It's crazy. It's I don't know how gravity works. let me get caught up on chat here. So yeah, there you go with some flight footage from the Ripsqueak. What I did notice in that is there was 0 mid-throttle vibes and there was 0 weirdness during flips and rolls, which means that the other Ripsqueak, the Ripsqueak number 1 that we finished up like a month ago, which is on the RCX 1306s, but if you guys remember, it's on this like suspect ESC. It's on a Speedix IS-25. I accidentally bought the IS-25 rather than the IS-35, and the IS-25 ESC is no good. Don't buy that. This has some real strange shit going on in the middle of flips and rolls, and I was pretty sure that it was because of the ESC, and the fact that this one doesn't have that issue and it's on a proper ESC, yeah, that means that the ESC is the issue. I was a little bit worried that this frame had a resonance when I got this done and it was doing that weirdness, because it had that weirdness at a time, like during rolls, that can also mean that the gyro is failing, so I was kind of up in the air, and this was the first Ripsqueak that I'd built. But yeah, the frame is totally fine, which this confirms. I need to pull this one apart and get this stupid-ass ESC out of here. Although, I did go into BL Heli S, and I turned the ramp-up power down on this ESC to see if that'll help a little bit. But I ran out of batteries today, so I'll do a little bit of flying with this tomorrow to see if turning that startup power, it's called startup power in BL Heli S, to see if turning that down helped this thing a little bit. The motors were also getting kind of hot. I'm pretty sure this ESC is just junk. So yeah, this will unfortunately be torn apart again. But this will be a great comparison. This is on 1504.5 motors. This is on 1306 motors. I know that I'm going to like these 1504.5 motors better. Like, I already know that. I've flown both of these motors a bunch in the past couple of years. But I've never had 2 completely identical rigs to test a 1306 against a 1504.5. So this will be pretty cool. But unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to tear this thing down first, which is such a pain in the ass. But hey, it's the way it goes. That's the hobby that we chose. Down and Dirty Detailing says, I was on Patreon before the giveaway. I guess I didn't send it until after everything. No worries, Down and Dirty. Again, welcome to the collective, man. Rob Oxenson says, so close again. Focus Point says, starting process now. Shirt large, awesome. Somatic's birthday's today. EEDoc says, reminder that your chances of winning are better if you're wearing collective t-shirts and hoodies. It's true. EEDoc, would you get one of the hoodies, I think, right? EEDoc was telling us when he got the hoodie that's really good quality. I am actually going to go back into the Teespring store and add some more stuff. So there's some cool stuff coming. CMYK is actually, if you're a motorsports or a car person, CMYK is working on a t-shirt design that you're going to love. So stay tuned for that. DJ CJX says works in 5 hours. He's going to sleep. There's Carbon Cage with the awesome super chat. Z Corilla says Tattoo 4S 650s have the best power density for smaller 4S batteries. They do. Unfortunately, that's the battery that I hurt. That's the battery that I was flying that's a little bit hurt. So I gotta pick up another one or two. EEDoc says you'll have to throw footage on like an unlisted video or something. It's just mud on my end right now. Is it really? Come on, YouTube. Get your shit together. EEDoc says, Elias, good luck. CiottiFPV is an enduro streamer and runs really long streams. That I do. Lot to talk about. Bob Noxious says, got to handle business. Congrats to all the winners. Good night, chat. Always thank you, Ciotti, for your awesome Monday. Thanks for hanging, Bob Noxious. And just like that, I'm caught up on chat. Here's what we're going to round this live stream up with. The nano camera smackdown that we've been working on. You guys don't need to see what the nano cameras look like. This is going to be DVR from my Immersion RC Power Play. Of the first you're going to see is Predator V4 Nano. The next is going to be RunCam Racer Nano. And then the last one is going to be Foxeer Toothless 2. Right? Let me make sure. Nah, it is. Foxeer Toothless 2 Nano. So it's going to be Predator V4 Nano, then RunCam Racer Nano, then Foxeer Toothless 2 Nano. Ready? And a really cool new spot on my glide rigs. I just back-to-backed them. I'm going to put some copyright-free music over this. And I'm kind of interested... I would love for you guys to... Here, I'm going to type it out so it's in the chat. Predator V4 Nano. And then RunCam Racer Nano. And then Foxeer Toothless 2 Nano. So that's the order. And it's going to go boom, 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 boom. There's 6... I'll just play 3. It'll be fine. I'll just play 3. I'm interested in which one you guys think is the best. I didn't really notice a difference, if I'm totally honest. Like, obviously I could see a difference, but I didn't notice a difference in my flying per se, and that's kind of really all I care about. So yeah, let me know which one of these you guys think is the best. And I'm going to just throw some music under this, so it's a little bit less boring. And yeah, let me know what you think. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Hang on. Hang on. All right. Hang on. This music sucks. Get out of here, Epidemic Sound. This is better. Oh, come on. Oh my god, come on. No, 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 no. Wait a second. Hold on. Is YouTube doing the thing where it looks horrible? Oh, yeah. Oh. Alright. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Alright, well, I tried. I'm gonna have to figure it out for myself. Why does it do that? God damn it, YouTube. What the fuck? Well, let me play the other two just for the sake of doing it. I won't let it run for long. Here's the RunCam Racer. I don't know. Whatever. Very weird that YouTube changes its. I don't know. Nothing makes sense. Yeah, I didn't feel like I flew better on one versus the other. To be honest, I don't care what they look like. I just care which one my brain connects better with and I fly better on. I was hoping that that one of them would kind of jump out at me, and it kind of didn't, which I don't know. It just makes me want to. I have I have a Predator V4 and a Predator V5, so I'll probably just get 2 more Predators and be done with it. Because with these other ones I'll have to buy 3 more. So, but yeah, this is the RunCam Racer Nano. These are all in stock settings too. And then here is the here's the Toothless 2 Nano. This rig was having an issue too. I gotta remember to check this rig. It's one of the well, here, let me show you guys something. On throttle blips, when you're watching your footage back, you can tell on throttle blips which motor or ESC channel is giving you issues. See how it helps to do it with the audio. You know, I'll be able to tell from the HD. I can't tell from the DVR. So here's the other issue with this one, with the Toothless 2, is it's really short and there's standoffs in view. And that's kind of a deal breaker. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm probably not going to do the Toothless 2. It's like I did it on purpose. I don't know. Maybe it looks a little bit better, but I'm not dealing with all this nonsense in the frame. That's stupid. It's just too short. It made the rig felt like it was flying weird too. I don't know. This was a strange. All the rigs are set up identical. They all have the same motors. They have the same everything. But for some reason, this is just feeling a little bit weird. I don't know. So yeah, there's all 3 of them. Look at this. I got all fired up at the end. Watch this. I got all kinds. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Oh, here's the 2.5-inch rig. That's right. I flew the 2.5-inch rig around a little bit today too, with no Insta360 Go on it. So this is now a 2.5-inch rig on 1303.5 Hyperlite motors. They're not bad. It moves around pretty good. No HD on board, so it's a lot lighter than the Ripsqueaks. But it will carry an Insta360 Go. I mean, so will the Ripsqueaks, but this is an interesting little, yeah, whatever. Look at this chaos. Ready? I got all kinds of hopped up on flying twitchy towards the end of this battery. Oh my god, it looks so bad. I was also I was standing like in a spot that was getting me a bunch of feedback and garbage and whatnot. But yeah, look at this full-blown chaos mode. These front propellers were like 3 inches when I got this rig back because I just kept banging into stuff. I kept trying to fly through those little weird things, and I don't know, I was just getting all crazy. All right. Well, yeah, I'll have to make my own. I'll have to make my own mind up, which is kind of what I need to do anyway. Metal Dirtson says maybe resize the video window smaller, then the video will have an easier time keeping up. That's an interesting idea. That's probably the right thing to do. But then you guys are gonna have to look at it all small. Jason Crabtree says you should consider throwing motor diagnostics in your OSD, but they tell you so much when you're looking back at your footage. I've used the motor diagnostics before. To be honest, I like as soon as I put the HD on, I just listen for the throttle blip, and I can just I just see which motor. I've troubleshot the motor and ESC channels so much that it's like in the HD. It's once I have the audio cue, it's just like super simple. But yeah, for those of you that have trouble when you have an arm dropping, figuring out which motor it is, the motor diagnostics in the OSD are super helpful. Chris Paget says, when you talk about the feel of a 5-inch, I think it's important to specify a light 5-inch. A heavy 5-inch flies like a brick. Very true, Chris. Although I don't really consider my 5-inch rigs to be that light. I consider them to be like kind of average. I think 600 grams is like the right number. I think these people that are over 700 grams have lost their marbles. But that's just me. Haveboard says, when you stretch DVR full screen, desktop resolution much bigger, it will stream pixelated. Very annoying. Come on, YouTube. Get it together, YouTube. All right, guys, that's it. My voice is starting to go. We did some giveaways. We looked at some nano cameras. Is there anything we missed? Did I forget to do anything? I don't know where any of my windows are. I've moved all the windows around. There's stuff everywhere. Giveaways, Q&A, Micro Monday. We did it. Oh god, that was a bug. I thought it was a little piece of dust. Delaney says, is that 600 grams with an action cam? Yep, session 5. Alright, cool. Thanks for hanging out. Here comes some HD. Oh, here's another battery from the, here's the next battery from the Ripsqueak that we were talking about. I will send you guys out with this. Let me put on some music, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for your Patreon stream, your daily Patreon stream. What do you think of that? Be good, ladies and germs. Thanks for hanging out. Love you guys.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ball point, you know it's knocking. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else to blame. Bougie stuck up in my way, singing Gucci gang. Gucci gang, think I'm Gucci Mane. I'm just playing in the cut, I got my Vans on. I'm not selfish, I get on and put my mans on. Always greedy since the day I got my first safe. 5'7", but I'm 6'8" when I stand on the money pals. Need a money counter, I broke my thumb from thumbing down. Wifey on my line, she told me to dumb it down. Mama on my line, asking how I'm dumbing now. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the air, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not